What's up, guys? We good?
Hello.
Yeah,
Hello.
getting you, dude.
Oh,
Side
hi.
note, it's actually an interesting topic because, like, in context of this video, like, it's actually interesting. Do people like greet each other twice? Because I mean, surely other podcasts. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, there's got to be like a little meeting room or something.
Surely, and
Have
like
to.
pretend we didn't see each
Yeah,
other.
yeah, yeah.
You watched Lil Yachty and Drake's interview.
No.
One question to digress a little bit. One question is Lil Yachty asked Drake, why do rappers get super hyped when they introduce like another rapper on the stage?
Yeah.
Like they weren't just chilling
Yeah.
in the backstage.
So true.
But then I said, like, I think in terms of context, it's almost like what you're supposed to just be like, oh, and then like pretend like, you know? So I think
a little bit awkward.
Yeah.
a little bit awkward.
I think at the end of the day, they're entertainers. So I guess they're there to entertain.
Just lifts the ceiling just a little bit, yeah.
Just
Yeah,
that
it's
little bit.
entertain, I hope.
Maybe, depending on who's watching.
Oh, shit.
So yeah, guys,
Thanks for having us.
thank you for having me. I think just in context for everybody, I mean, I'd say this is the second time we've done this because we talk a lot, right?
Too much.
Yeah.
This is how this thing was actually like born. So to give context to everybody, I feed the dog. This is where things started.
Yeah.
I feed the dog and I end up dropping dog food and we spend hours actually just chatting about a lot of things. It's always a good time, always good chats. And we thought, why not just chuck some cameras into this conversation
And see how we do.
and we see what happens. And the first attempt that we actually just like
Spoke too much.
Too much.
everything.
Too much.
Everything.
So-
And it ended up being all over the place. That I think if anyone had to watch that as from an outsider perspective, they would
What
not
is
know
this?
what is going
What
on.
am I watching?
What are these people talking about?
I think they'd probably switch it off immediately and be like, "Okay, we don't care.
This is not for me.
This is not for me."
So we went back to the drawing board
Yes.
and we find ourselves here again. So just it is fun. I can do this for a living.
You can do this every damn day.
Would you podcast every day?
I think I would.
I
Yeah,
would.
it could be cool.
I would.
I
I
think
enjoy watching podcasts, so
it's so much fun.
but I think when you do one, it's a little
It's a little bit different,
It's a
yeah.
little bit different.
In your mind, just a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I think it's also like you watch other podcasts and then there's like some level of expectation. Like I watch a lot of Theo Von, Bert Kreischer,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
Tom Segura, like all these
Tom
super funny dudes.
And you want to kind of bring that across.
I'm not that funny.
He's
Like,
funny.
so I'm not even gonna try.
But like just talking about it as well, like this is going to be a natural conversation podcast. So like we're just welcoming you guys into a conversation. This is also going to be a little bit of a series around we're running called Conversations with Creatives. I really look up to these guys.
We look to you, man.
We look up to
You see what I mean? Like I
What are
mean,
you even talking about?
what you talking about? We look up to each other. We're just looking up. But I love these guys just because of who they are and how they stand out for me creatively. And I think what an honor that this is my first podcast. And I first 1.5. Let's call it 1.5.
1.5 beta.
Beta. That's the beta version. And you know, it's such an honor to be able to sit here opposite the table with you guys and just give everybody the opportunity to get to know you guys a little bit better. I think there's so much to unpack. I don't think we have enough time to unpack everything of you guys, but we give it a go today.
Yeah.
To just, you know, give some insight on what we talk about and let people know about you guys. And they've got some super crazy stuff coming, guys. But I'm going to leave that to them to talk about. But just in terms of introduction, we have Sharee, other known as Rishi.Love, if I'm saying that correctly.
Yes.
Yeah. So she's a woman of many talents. So is Ryan, but not a woman. And this is Ryan as well, Ryan Sexton as well. And I think we met each other through Instagram initially. I think the thing that brings us together is Streetwear.
Yeah.
I was referred to him by someone because I was looking for shorts that I bought too big. And this homie was like so ready to like assist a random sliding into his DMs. He was just like, oh no, dude, don't worry, post it here, we'll get you sorted.
Did you ever get sorted?
I did get sorted.
Okay, right.
That pants is like ruined at this point in time. That shorts, they're all worn like this. But I love it.
should
Though.
be.
I love it. Though. That's clothes are meant to be worn.
But that's the Stissy Nike collab.
Yeah,
Those
yeah.
are comfy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's super nice.
they are nice.
A little bit noisy.
But nice though.
Nylon is
Quite noisy. You cannot sneak up on somebody. If you're planning on robbing a
It's
house,
not happening.
do not wear that clothing. Not the one.
static as well.
That's
Yeah.
not the one.
It's like its own little energy field, all the static you
Yeah.
create.
What is that? There's two people walking in this house. If you have one of those sound sensors on your cameras,
infrareds.
there's too much. Distract the inner
A little pen store in your pants, just walking.
Hopefully not. I'm quite conscious about that. But I do need to buy another one of that. And that's how myself and Ryan met. And then from there, we were just chatting and, just talking streetwear like most people would do. I mean, we have common interests. And we're going to talk a lot about that today. We're going to talk a lot about like what we like wearing, what we don't like. I mean, like palace. These guys are palace to me. I mean, like, they are like the representatives.
We try.
I love it. I mean, like, we'll talk about outfits a little bit later as well. But that's where we met. A little bit long down the line, Ryan got a beautiful little top.
Yes.
Louis.
We both did.
Yeah.
At the time, I only knew Ryan and that.
Yeah.
And Louis. And then from there, we went into a discussion about raw feeding. And so what I do is I do raw food preparation and nutrition for dogs.
Which
So
is great, by the way.
And Louis is the testament to it. I think the leanest English bulldog you'll find to date.
Muscular.
He's so good.
Never been in better shape.
Yeah, he's a sexy boy.
Yeah.
He's a sexy boy. And, this is where the relationship blossomed,
Yeah.
so through Louis. So I owed all to Louis to like a friendship that I hold dear as well. Just because, I mean, the relationship we have has been so great. I've learned a lot from these guys. And just to, hopefully you guys watching this will get an opportunity to learn from them as well. And hopefully you learn from me just a little bit.
Of course. There's
so much to learn.
Yeah.
These
This is-
humbleness. I
The
love it.
reason we are here and there are cameras and all this.
This is all you.
This is all you. And you're also taking big steps
Yeah.
to
Yeah, that's
doing
amazing.
creative things and stepping outside the comfort zone and
Yeah.
just creating stuff. And,
Your photography and your videography is incredible.
and that's what you
No,
said. This
honestly.
year it's your goal. To
Yeah.
step out of that comfort
And
zone.
it's amazing to do because last year when we spoke with you, you were kind of just still dabbling into it. You weren't actually into it.
I wasn't
You were-
actually.
You were.
It's been 6 months, by the way.
Oh,
That's
wow.
This is 6
how crazy
months.
is that, and to see what you have created and just your level of skill. I don't know. I think it would just, if I were you, just reassure me that this is what you're meant to be doing.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It,
100%.
it's so natural to you.
100%.
You're
dude.
really good.
I love it.
Genuinely, you are very, very talented.
That means a lot. It really does mean a lot. And I know I tell you guys that all the time, but it really does mean a lot to me that, people that I look up to in terms of like, your vision for creation, the vision to see something, and the fact that you say that, I'm not going to stop. I'm only going to push further.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then knowing that I have people like you guys backing me and in my corner and pushing me on, I think that's so vital
Yeah.
to have those people in your
Super
corner. And I'm sure you guys can relate to that as well.
Definitely.
Definitely.
I'm definitely sure you can. But yeah, as I said, you guys are creative, but also business people.
We try.
So they've got quite a bit of things going, and they've come a long way. So I'm going to give you an opportunity, maybe Sharee from your side. Just give us an idea of what you guys are busy with, man. Like, tell us where you at. If
Yeah.
do we have enough time? Do we have enough time?
Well, we're busy with like some really exciting things. Well, firstly, supermarket, which is our baby. That is, I think I love because we love streetwear so much. We really do embody and embrace streetwear. I wouldn't say we are the people that have just heard about it now and now we're into it. It's been decades of collecting streetwear and figuring out who we are through streetwear, and that kind of blossomed into something so special. And that's when we started doing pop-ups and we were traveling and everything. And eventually what happened was we thought, okay, the world is changing. COVID had happened and our pop-up postponed like 3 times.
Yeah.
Like it just couldn't. It's
Super frustrating.
Cyril just kept saying no, and
Yeah.
we had postponed it so many times, and eventually we had the pop-up and it was great. It was just so nice for everyone to see one another again, and where there were so many new faces, so many people flew in from Johannesburg. For people that don't know, we located in Cape Town, so it was really cool to see that like it bring like the streetwear community
everywhere.
together from
Yeah.
everywhere, and that was amazing. And then
It was
thought-
cool to also see kind of like how people hung around like the whole day, just
Yeah.
like chatting and like
Buying something and never leave, not even leave.
yeah,
Just
Not
chilling.
even-
literally
And
like
there were people that didn't even buy anything that just loved
Like-
the vibe.
yeah, we just had some tunes playing
Yeah,
and
it was so much fun.
everyone just coming together, and I think just everyone catching up again.
Yeah,
And I think, as important as it is, as a community, we also have to move and shift with the times. And that's kind of why we've moved to
Yeah.
an
an
online
online
space.
platform,
Yeah.
We will still do pop-ups because, just touching on that, like,
It's part of the culture.
yeah,
It's
the
part of what-
community
Yeah.
And we do enjoy
community.
talking.
Yeah, it's probably, yeah.
You know what, to me, like, I think something that you guys don't realize about yourselves, you got a lot of knowledge, and I think what people don't see with clothing and streetwear is the knowledge that comes with it.
Yeah.
There's such a lot of wealth in terms of, like, I mean, the story behind the stuff. I mean, we love clothing because of, like, the thing that comes with it, you know,
Yes.
like, why is Elton John
Yes.
in collab with this, and
Yeah.
what the story, and I think that's what you guys bring to it, and that's why I'm so drawn to it. It's just your knowledge that you pour into it. You don't just do it because, you know,
Yeah, no, for
Yeah.
sure.
so choice on your pieces. So
I think-
love it.
We
Yeah.
love a good story. And I think it's important to, as all of us, you know, in life, we all search for meaning and purpose. And all of us want to find common ground.
Yeah.
And, you know, and I think when, for instance, a brand has a collaboration with something and you feel you can relate to that, it's the most special feeling and makes you want that piece of clothing even more.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we've always loved about Palace, is the fact that Palace really has this way of connecting with your soul.
Yeah.
And I know it sounds cheesy, but I mean, I'm a little bit of a cheesy person, don't get me wrong. You know, there's just something about Palace where they just able to find, they find humor,
Yeah.
but they're also able to connect with your soul in
Yeah.
such a special way. And
Yeah.
with so many different collaborations, they don't just slap, you know,
Yeah.
a logo on something and here you go, that's a collaboration. And that's what we've always found that's so wonderful about Palace. You
Yeah.
know, it's a British streetwear brand.
Yeah.
It's, you know, it's really come a long way. And yeah, it's so special. Just everything that they do, they're very creative
Yeah.
and colorful.
Pushing boundaries, but also being subtle.
themselves
Yeah.
at the same time, you know. And that's what's so remarkable about it. Like especially with the Palace Gucci collaboration, you know, it was something that was so Gucci but
Yeah.
so Palace at
Yeah.
the same
Yeah.
time.
It's like an equal weighting, which is almost very difficult to, like,
And
to land.
with every other collaboration we've seen in the past with other streetwear brands, you just see it by their logo. You see
Yeah.
that this is a collaboration because they've slapped a logo on something, you know. And what was so unique about what is so unique about Palace collaborations is that it really is authentically them. It's who they are.
Yeah.
It's and in all aspects, the fabric, the patterns, the you know, the colors, just the colorways, it's just everything is authentically them.
Yeah.
And they just have this way of bringing their flair into something that's classy and
Yeah.
streetwear, but kind of chavvy and wonderful at the same time,
at
you
all
know?
times.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So
that's what's
that's why,
amazing.
yeah,
you know?
Palace speaks to us. Like,
Yes.
so we are embracers of streetwear. Sorry, just to add on to what you
Definitely.
were saying.
Yeah.
Like, we embrace it, you know, like, so yes, we have this business together, but, you know, we're two individuals, you know, that are so disconnected from,
Yeah.
we live this stuff
You're
every
in it.
single day.
Yeah.
We wake up and put this stuff on every day.
That is true.
Like,
I've seen it.
so, you know, like, and I think that's what's super important about supermarket.
Yes.
Is that we just remain true to that. Just
To
like,
ourselves.
you know, like Palace, you know, remains true to themselves and through everything that they do. Yes, we're resellers of Palace, to see Undefeated, Brain Dead, you know, all these wonderful brands, but it's just ensuring that we as individuals always shine through.
Yeah.
And we're also not out here we're not trying to sell people a slice of the culture.
Yeah.
Culture already exists.
Correct.
We just sell the items.
Oh, that's nice.
Like, we are part of the culture. Our clients are and customers are part of the culture. We're not trying to sell you a piece of culture. And I think a lot of retailers nowadays are trying to do that.
Trying to sell something that can't be sold.
Yes. And I don't know, it bothers me.
Me too.
Maybe I'm just a little bit of a snob.
Me too, don't worry.
Maybe I'm I don't know. But it bothers me a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
We won't go into detail about that, but yeah, I think it's just about remaining true to ourselves, and
Yeah.
in whatever we do creatively with the brand, we also don't like to take it seriously, but we also do take it very seriously, you know. So
Yeah.
you know, whether it's kind of like
Perfect
a
balance.
Palace inspired little caption, you know,
Yeah.
make that caption if that's what feels good.
Do it.
in the moment, you know, and you thought of something funny to go along with something you're uploading, do it.
Yeah.
Like nothing's stopping you. It
Yeah.
doesn't have to be this serious thing all the time.
Hey
Yeah.
man, I think that's an issue a lot of creators actually find. You know, they
Yeah.
overthink.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
exactly what you're saying. I think you guys stay true to the creative in you.
Yeah.
If
Well,
it feels
try
right,
to, yeah.
if it feels right, you know,
You can go back and
go
delete
for
it.
it. Go and, yeah. I mean, what's the worst thing?
Yeah.
Get rid of it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Because I think
Yeah.
it's like that with a lot of things, you know. I mean, go back on like your Facebook timeline and go look at some statuses you made back in the day.
Memories.
Oh, man.
Those memories.
It's cringe.
But it's the same thing. You can go back and
Cringe,
delete
right?
it, you know. Just
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
Go back and delete it. But
It's not the end of the world.
yeah, it's not the end of the world. If it feels right in that moment, just do it.
I think what's also important to mention here is that we don't sell anything we don't like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't sell anything we wouldn't wear ourselves. And to be honest with you, what we probably don't even have in our cupboards for ourselves as well, you know. So we're very much those type of people. We buy things that we like and then we think, oh goodness, should we maybe get more for
Someone else
for
might
someone
want
else,
this.
you know? So it's never thought of, oh, we need to get this for supermarket and then maybe afterwards, oh, we should maybe get this too. No,
Yeah.
it's always, I know it might sound strange, but we get things for ourselves and then we think, but you know, we really love this and we want other people to enjoy this as well.
Inclusive.
And, you know,
Yeah.
And I think that that's also been a big mission of ours is to remain fair on pricing and
Yeah.
you know, like
pricing's a big thing. For
make it accessible.
Yeah.
Like I think, you know, with like our background and history, like I used to dream of owning the stuff that I own today.
Look at you now.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? So there's a love for it, there's an appreciation for it, and I think we're at that point where it's like we just want to share this.
Yeah.
You know.
We're fortunate enough, you know, I mean, over the years, we've had to travel to get everything we've wanted, you know, like in the past now, before supermarket came about, you know, we've always had to travel or make a mission with, oh my goodness, are you maybe traveling sometime soon? Do you mind bringing
Just bring the
back
chucking in your bag.
you know, and that we've been fortunate to have experienced that, but there are still people out there that unfortunately aren't able to travel.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and it's difficult for them to get that product that they want. Yeah, and if they do, perhaps it costs them an arm and a leg,
Yeah.
you know. So
Yeah.
we try and keep things as fair as possible.
Yeah.
We look, you know, we've got multiple businesses, which is why we're also able to keep pricing so fair. You know,
Yeah.
we're not in this for the money.
Yeah.
We're not in this to make a killing and then retire.
Yeah.
You know, it's purely for the love of it. And I think that's what's so amazing about supermarket. I mean, obviously I'm biased, but you know, I just think it's
She has to say it.
Yeah.
what's really wonderful is that we genuinely aren't in it for the money.
Yeah.
It's truly about the love for streetwear and trying to make things as accessible and affordable as possible for anyone and everyone in South Africa.
Yeah.
And that's been difficult to do for a very long time.
Yeah.
You know, and times are getting more difficult. We all know our economy is just not the strongest. And at the end of the day, we all have social media pressures. We all have peer pressure and we all want to look good and feel our best. And sometimes when something's so unobtainable to get, you know,
Yeah.
you know,
I know exactly what
I
you're
know
talking about.
myself as a child, when I was younger, we both come from very, you know, underprivileged backgrounds, and it was always difficult. We were always the ones that weren't able to wear name brands and all of these things up until actually a couple of years back, not even that long ago, you know. So
And just
we know what it feels like
Yeah.
to be that person that sits on the outside and not have that feeling. And we
also
just
once you get that one item,
yes,
it can change the entire way you feel about yourself.
yeah,
Yeah.
I remember my first pair of Vans, my first skate shoe ever. I was a different person, bro.
Man.
I was like
that
a
confidence.
yeah, and like I skated them,
But
and
they
I
were so good.
and I destroyed them, but I felt different.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
I felt confident. I felt good about myself. I was like, this is how I want to look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this is the
Clothing
type
does weird stuff to you. Eh?
it does.
Does
really
weird stuff
boosts
to
your
you.
confidence.
It
Like,
does actually, yeah.
I think people take it for granted. I think a lot of people out there, they don't realize fashion is like, it's a big part of
Powerful,
our
man.
world.
It's
It's
deeper.
powerful.
It's
And
deeper.
it says who you are.
Yeah.
It represents who you are without even saying anything.
Yeah.
External, what's happening inside here.
Exactly. you know.
Display
So,
creatively.
and you can tell, it's like body language, you know, you can tell more or less what someone is like just by what they're wearing. You connect with people just by what they are
Yeah.
wearing.
And so many conversation starters with like, oh, me wearing a pair of shoes.
Yeah.
Or like, where you get that
Exactly.
cargo, bro?
Yeah.
Where you get that? And I can relate to that.
Exactly. And that's what's so amazing about it.
Yeah.
And why not make that accessible to as many people as possible in South Africa? And that is our aim,
That's amazing.
at affordable prices.
But they are doing it, guys. Like, I'm gonna just chuck it in here as well. Like, you guys can follow them on Instagram. They have a website as well. You can look at it. They're not lying when they say it is quite competitive. So just give it a look, guys. I mean, if you want to, just give it a go so they can scan through it. But that's one area of who you guys are.
Yeah, so
That you'll be so shocked. Like, I think you're gonna be shocked to hear the elements. What other businesses you guys? What other projects and businesses you guys have running at the same time?
we're really excited right now. We just acquired a health food business called Macro Mixes, which is really exciting. It's all pre-baked, well, not pre-baked, it's pre-mixed goods for baking, and it's all about health. You know, it's low carb, sugar-free, low fat,
Quick and healthy.
quick and healthy, easy, tasty, which is very important. And you know, Ryan is quite a good chef, and he's always hated diet foods.
Yes, chef.
Let's be honest, we all hate that artificial
chef.
taste. And when we were going through the food, the product tasting and that, and for Ryan to have loved it, it was quite reassuring. You know,
Yeah, it's really good. I wouldn't say that I've hated diet food. It's just
No one's like a super fan
Yeah.
of this. I can really understand.
artificial. I'm not referring to salads and chicken or whatever.
Like-
No,
yeah.
I'm referring to artificial type foods. You know, like you get like a sugar-free cake or
Yeah.
whatever that may
You
be.
can taste it's
Generally,
sugar-free.
you taste it, and
Yeah.
which is nice.
it's just dry. It's weird. Or it's
Exactly.
got like
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
it
I'm
just tastes
referring
like
to that
yeah,
type of
like,
diet food. You know,
like
artificial.
wheaty or like
Exactly. So what is quite nice about macro mixes and what we love about it is that it doesn't taste like diet
it's all
food.
super tasty and
It's natural, it's healthy, and we're excited about it. It's stocked, it's for sale at Wellness Warehouse, Faithful to Nature, spas, our online store.
So it's there. Go and get it, basically.
It's there, go and get it. We don't want to say too much, but there's exciting new products launching through that as well for Easter and just after Easter. So keep you updated on that. So that's another part of it. And then Ryan is doing some exciting marketing campaigns.
What do you guys do like during the day? Because I know that this is actually just like passion that you guys are pushing.
Yes.
Mass entrepreneurs are like the good, and you guys don't claim that, but I give it to you. What do you do like in the day? What is your
like our process or what our days look like.
yeah? What no, I mean, in terms of your day job, if you want to call it that.
Okay,
For
yes.
lack of a better term, you know.
Yeah, so I'm actually by trade or profession, I'm a Google Ads specialist. So I have a digital marketing agency, and we specialize in Google Ads. So we can help your business be found in search through shopping ads, display ads, YouTube, all that sort of good stuff. So yeah, I've been working with some cool clients recently that I'm really excited about. And then yeah, working on supermarket, whether it's planning shoots for new product, looking at what new product is coming in.
A lot goes into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, whether it's social media, I mean, it's just the two of us. Like, we don't have a team, so everything is on us. Whether it's like logistics of shipping, what's coming in, paying for this, sorting out customs, like all of that is, between. So I think Sharee takes the more kind of
admin role
because she's just stronger. I get very frustrated with admin. The analytics.
Most of us do it. I know. Like she's a beast. Most of us hate it. Don't worry.
She is a beast with admin. And yeah, so I just do kind of operation stuff. So whether it's working on the website, uploading new stock, managing inventory, our warehouse, sorting things out.
Jeez.
Yeah, so
the day job kind of works into your.
Yeah, so for me personally, I kind of try and split my day in two.
Yeah.
So for 4 hours of the day, it's my digital marketing business. The other 4 hours is supermarkets, but
and macro mixes.
yeah, and macro mixes now, but so much other stuff happens in between. So it's never the same, and sometimes our days can be very long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All very quick at the same time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they go by quickly, and you still find yourself sitting at your computer at 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Awesome.
it can be tiring, but
Yeah.
it's fun.
Yeah, I think we enjoy what we do. My day job is I'm a lawyer, which not many people would know. I'm not the
The most
typical.
tripped out lawyer.
I'm not typical.
You are
Typical looking.
kill people too much swag.
So and that's probably why I'm good with admin. But so that's my day job, and I do love it. I must be honest. I do enjoy it. I like drafting contracts and just being in my own world, and I do enjoy that. So that's my day job, and then kind of my fun side is producing music, and that's what I really do enjoy. But that's purely
Tell us, Rishi.Love. Where did the name come from, by the way? How did that?
So
did
there's
that
a
come from?
brand called Maharishi,
Yeah.
which is a UK founded brand, but it's very Japanese inspired. And I've always loved the brand. The quality is just impeccable. The embroidery, just the way that their pants fall, it's just, in my opinion,
Yeah, she put me under them as well.
it's a great brand, Maharishi. So I've always loved the brand. So that's where Maharishi, so I took the Rishi. And I also thought my name is Sharee,
Yeah.
Rishi,
They work.
Rishi. So
I'm finding this out with you. And I always thought it was about, your name, Sharee and Rishi. They just kind of work.
yeah. So it kind of just worked both ways. And then I found out I was initially just Rishi. And then I started releasing music, and then just a whole bunch of people would look for my music and found other music that was just a completely different genre that was nowhere near to what I was.
Like, wow, this is.
And then I realized there were 20,000 Rishis just pumping out music.
That's crazy.
So I thought, okay, no. So Ryan and I spoke about it, and I was like, what can I do? What can I add to Rishi? And then, I do love, I'm quite the romantic. So
Hey, you're a little romantic.
love. Yeah, I love love. So that's where that's how Rishi.Love came about. So it's quite fun for me because Ryan plays a lot of instruments. So
Slaps the bass.
slaps the bass, plays drums, plays guitar, plays a little bit of keyboard. So, and he's got a good ear for music. And I'm the type of person, I doubt myself quite quickly. And a lot of the times I'll listen to something and then I think I hear it, but then I kind of make myself believe that no, that's wrong. That's something's off here or something. So he's really great because he helps me so much. He'll say to me, no, hold on, that's a little bit off. Move this here, pause this here. So
you guys work so well together.
a lot of it is actually a collaboration. It's my name, but he helps me so much. I think my music would be terrible. So But that's what's the most important. It's Rick Rubin. Rick Rubin isn't. He doesn't play any instruments. And his book is amazing, by the way. For any creative, definitely read. What's it called again? The Creative.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to give this one a read.
It's a great book. I think not just from a creativity perspective, but also life. He's just got so much wisdom in this book. It's amazing. It took him 7 years to write.
Wow.
So there's a lot of advice in there. And the amazing thing with Rick Rubin, and I think that what makes him so inspirational, is that he doesn't play instruments, and he just, and I think that's why I find that inspirational, because I don't play instruments either.
Wow.
I don't know how to. And
crazy.
I think I also just
That's mad. Again, guys, I'm learning this with you.
yeah. I want to learn. Obviously, it's not like I'm completely I don't know anything. You have to know something too, but
you've got an ear for it.
I've got an ear for it, and I like what I like. And I think when I'm with myself in the studio, headphones on, I have the confidence to play and mess around. Whereas if it's in front of people, I become quite shy and I doubt myself, and then nothing happens.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So that's why producing maybe a little bit more than actual DJing, if you want to call it that. In your own, releasing music instead of mixing in the moment type thing.
Exactly. Look, I still DJ and it's fun, but I like DJing in a comfortable space. It's not, I mean, to me, DJing is easy, and I think anyone can do it. If you can count until 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, you can DJ. Like there's just no doubt about
You're
it.
gonna give us lessons. I'm gonna become a DJ.
You know, so there's no rocket science to DJing, and the equipment at the moment, it's so easy. You can see where the beat is. You can, you know.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's an easy part of it. But for myself, I like being in a comfortable environment with anything. You know, I enjoy.
It's important though.
It's very important, you know, and I think for all of us. So
Yeah,
I love
you've
DJing.
done some rad sets, just like spur of the moment,
Yeah,
like by yourself, just in
yeah.
the studio, and I'll hear the tunes pumping, and I'm like,
Whoa.
"Jeez, good mixes."
Guys, give me a if you want to just comment in this. If you want Sharee to, we're gonna do a set. We're gonna record a set.
That'd
Just
be
come.
fun.
We're gonna release it for you guys. You can enjoy that.
That'd be so much fun.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, you could join.
I'm there for it.
Back to
I'm
back.
Last until 4, you could join.
I'm 100%
Sit back.
I'm there for it. Just to give you guys some context on what you're saying, and it's so authentic because I think the other day when we were doing our original podcast, when we were done and we were chilling and music was playing in the background, and there was this really as it was going, the music was in the background. We're like wondering what's the music that these guys are jamming to. It was quiet, and turned the music up, and the jam was playing. Shit, he was like, "Wow, this sounds like one of my tracks. Like, wow, is this? It sounds familiar." And we pressed down and we find out that it was actually, I mean, the person that we have no idea.
That was
who it
coincidence, yeah.
Random person, and the guy was actually using one of our tracks. And I think for me, the moment to see what you've put out being appreciated and to see your reaction to it, it was actually so beautiful.
I burst out into tears.
It did.
I'm teary now.
It did. But it was stunning to see how art can impact somebody. You know, it's a song she put out, but to see how that thing went full circle, cycled through another person's ears, and put out again.
Again into the world. It's like,
it's a personal thing, you know, and it's something that people critique. We all critique music so easily, you know. It's easy to say, "Oh, that's just not really a great song. I'm not really enjoying that," you know. So when you make it yourself and you put it out there, you know there's going to be people that aren't going to like it. So yeah, it's a very personal thing, but I do enjoy it. I try not to let outside perspectives and that get to me.
Stuff though.
It's tough. It's very difficult. It's difficult with anything, you know, like we all struggle with insecurities. So it is difficult, but I'm trying to teach myself that I have nothing to prove.
yeah, and I think
You don't. You're great though. Like I'm just thinking that.
But you know,
Jeez.
we have nothing to prove, either of us, any human being.
Yeah.
We have nothing to prove. And I think,
we actually had this chat last night.
yeah,
Like we were just saying, like social media has like corrupted us.
Yeah.
Like, it's corrupted. Like, look, it's a platform where people can create and where people are discovered, and it's
and that's
an
amazing.
amazing thing in that regard. But it also corrupts.
Yeah.
And like we start creating with other people's opinions in mind, or I'm
Not
going to
free.
create this thing for this specific group of people, and then. Are you really creating something that really came from your heart and your soul?
Yeah.
And
Or
that
is
you
it just-
genuinely wanted to create? Or is it just
Based.
copy paste, satisfy the masses?
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, we actually had this chat last night, and that's why I don't know if you noticed, but a while ago I deleted like my entire Instagram feed, and even though they were like rad sneaker photos of like my collection over
But
the
it
years.
wasn't from you.
It was, but I just, like Sharee was saying, I've got nothing to prove.
Yeah.
And like, I didn't want to come across as this like big flexer, look at my sneaker collection kind of guy, you know? Even though like, I love sneakers, I love documenting it.
Yeah.
It's just,
He does it really well. I think that was the thing I love about like Ryan has and if I had to like tell you guys realistically for the two of them, you guys work so well together. I think Ryan has such a good eye on things. Like Ryan does photography, he does everything.
Yeah.
little bit.
Literally does
I only
everything.
started photography
God,
quite recently.
It's good. Like
He's
I mean,
very
he's got a good understanding of how things work and aesthetically. And what's dope is to know that now it's purely because of it's what you want to do.
Yeah.
For nothing else.
Yeah.
And then Sharee has the ear and the creativity and the organization with the, you guys are such a
Yeah.
powerful
We
team
make a
actually.
good team.
We do make a
And I
good
think
team.
what's so great about it is because we really do appreciate each other's opinions.
Mm.
And I think that's what's important, and we listen to each other.
Yeah.
I think it's very, especially with, I mean, running any business, it's not easy. It's very difficult. There are times when you think, oh, is it worth it? You know, there are late nights. I mean,
Decisions. I think the decisions is the hardest thing.
and
You know.
it's expensive. It's expensive to run a business, you
Really?
know, and
gotta spend
especially if you
money
want
to
to do
make
it
money.
properly,
Yeah.
you know. And I think there's so many times where you could so easily doubt yourself, and that's where it's quite nice to have each other to bounce things off from and lift each other up. You know, there's times where I feel down and I'm like, oh no, and then there's times where Ryan feels down, and then we just kind of got to keep reminding each other why we're here.
Yeah.
You know,
We do what we
don't
do.
give up.
Don't
But I
give
think,
guys.
it's also important, like, is brutal honesty with one another.
Oh yes.
And being
I think I
comfortable with
do.
it.
Yeah.
I think I do a little bit too well. I've always just been a brutally honest person.
Yeah.
But that's good though.
But it's
Don't miss that.
Yeah, no, it's important. Like you were saying earlier, completely out of context, like you have a very good relationship in your work environment.
Yeah.
With, and in my sort of early on career, I made that one of my main things is like I want to be this super honest person. I always want to tell the truth, regardless of the outcome, regardless of the consequences, or regardless of who's gonna like me, who's gonna hate me.
Yeah.
And
People have to hear something sometimes.
yeah, for sure, but not in like this like run around like
Yeah,
I only tell the truth kind of way, but you know, just in like when it's needed.
I'm picturing you.
Yeah. Not a keyboard warrior, but you know, when the truth is needed, I think it's important.
Yeah.
And you know what it is? I think it's a boldness to become.
It's brave.
It is brave.
It's very brave.
It's good, and I think it separates you from you know, a lot of people. And that's why I'm like drawn to like conversate with you. Like, be homies the way we are. It's the fact that I know if I can ask for your advice, it comes back truthful. And nothing good comes from it's from a good place, but nothing comes from comfort, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you have someone that, like I said at the beginning, being honest and pouring into you, it allows you to be better, man. I mean, the fact that we could like chat afterwards after we shot the last podcast to go like, let's do it better. And it required honesty, you know what I mean? I'm sure you guys are like I was like, I don't wanna like say a certain thing, or it's just so weird. But you guys were honest and I was honest, and look at us sitting here like just having another great conversation.
Yeah. And actually, kind of, I wouldn't say sticking to the script.
Yeah,
there's no script here. This is conversation, but I think it's a little bit more
structured.
Well, not structured. Yeah, structured.
I
also,
told Sharee that.
Yeah, but also we're talking about the stuff we want to talk about.
Yeah.
You know, instead of drifting, because we're all.
We drift often.
We drifters.
One interesting thing, like sometimes.
Case.
We still kind of on the,
but it's still kind of on the.
It's still there.
Sometimes when you drop off dog food and you hang out and we, you know, have a conversation, we have a few coffees, whatever. Like our conversation, the three of us, then spills into Sharee and I chatting for like 3 hours outside.
I never even realized
on the couch, because we cover so many topics, you know, because I think we talk about certain things all the time, and just bring in that little that
I am Adamat.
We actually spoke about Aramat the other day. Where did it go?
See, we're drifting again.
We will find out. I'll give answers with Adamat.
But yeah, so I found that quite interesting, because it just shows you that, like, if
conversation is powerful.
And perspective. Because just bringing that, like, just you look where our conversation goes after you leave, and like all these ideas, you know, like, well, not ideas, but like just like thoughts. And like all thought, kind of stem.
I mean, thoughts is the birthplace of like creativity. I mean, it's all sparked through someone saying something. I think that, oh man, that's so deep. This went very deep, very quickly. I'm here for it. I mean,
but it's true.
The fact that
tell the truth.
And it started with someone telling the truth. But I love that, and I think like just to bring it all together again, I think that's why you guys are where you are. Is honesty, and receiving honesty. I think is way tougher than being honest.
Definitely.
And I think that's what separates you guys is the fact that you go, I hear what he's saying.
Yeah.
Why don't we try this approach? I mean, something as simple as
You've
your
gotta
pop-ups need to adapt. Take the feedback. Let's change it up a little bit. Let's
Thick
keep
skin and
Yeah.
open mind.
Oh,
We have made a lot of mistakes and lost a lot of money with the mistakes that we've made.
Yeah.
You know,
me too.
Yeah, we all have.
too.
Yeah.
especially with supermarket, and you know, but if it weren't for those mistakes, we wouldn't. I don't think we would have been as sure of ourselves as we. Well, I mean, we're not 100% sure of ourselves, but we wouldn't be quite confident with who we are at the moment and where we're going and where we are taking supermarket. And I think that's what's so exciting about it is because we have a big warehouse now, which is exciting. It's I mean,
Insert clapping crowd.
and that's so amazing. For new sellers
Yes.
Maybe
And
maybe
then-
Without signing
once
we're
they're
so
ready, maybe
proud
I'll
of
sneak a camera in.
Secret location.
Secret location.
and it's something it's something we're so proud of because these are multiple different brands that you know we've collected
But
and
like we were saying earlier, that were like so unobtainable to us, like the younger versions of
It's
us.
warehouse.
And now we're sitting with a warehouse full of this stuff. So it's like quite unreal and like
yeah, it's amazing. It's taken years. It's taken a lot of savings. It's taken
a lot of spendings.
savings, spendings, time, dedication. But we're here and
It will pay off though.
yeah, and we're so excited. We have such exciting things planned, you know, like for this year, content plans and things like that, which you're definitely going to be involved with if you want to.
Hey, where is the piece of paper on the side?
Contract.
Get a contract.
There we go.
The lawyer can draft it.
Yeah.
I'm done.
So that's what's so exciting for us now. You know, we're in this place where we only relying on ourselves for the most part with regards to selling the product.
Yeah.
And that's such a powerful position for us to be in. You know, previously we've always relied on other people.
Yeah.
And
So dope.
it's nice
You
to
you
not,
guys are
not
gonna-
have to anymore.
You guys are gonna make a big difference. But I want to talk about collecting quickly because you guys, this house is a museum. I'll throw some.
But it doesn't feel like a museum.
It is a museum.
It feels
Like-
comfortable though.
I'm going to send. It's like a very comfortable museum, a chill museum.
A chill museum.
Chill museum.
Yeah.
But I want to talk about your art, Ryan. Tell me about. I mean, as you guys can see in the background, there's this massive cause piece, just like on like what's the size of this wall? 12 meters, 10 meters.
This is 12 meters.
Yeah.
12 meters by like
That's
3, 4
three.
Three
Yeah.
and a half.
cores.
Yeah.
Well, 4. Yeah, with the, yeah.
So these like there are pieces around this house that like are so inspiring and like so dope. Like just like how you guys actually see it. Tell me about your pieces. Tell me about like why is cause such a significant
Yeah.
like artist to you guys?
That's a difficult one. I mean,
Why?
On,
I think-
on so many levels.
You know what I love about him? Okay. I love playful things. And I wouldn't say I grew up in graffiti scene or knowing anything about it because I didn't. But what always drew me to Cause when I first discovered Cause was that everything was so playful and fun. Firstly, I love Mickey Mouse, and it's all owed to Mickey Mouse. Let's be
Yeah,
honest, yeah, it's
that
all
glove-
reference
that glove in the
to Mickey
background.
Mouse, and I'm the biggest Disney fan in the world. So, for me, it was just this combination of cartoon, fun, colorful, playful, but streetwear, but also like somewhat sophisticated at the same time. Well, his newer things are definitely like very sophisticated, but I just love the creativity behind it and just, you know, what he's done and color palettes that he's chosen. And, you know, he's just made it in his own. He's created his own identity, so to say, through his graffiti, and that's what's so cool about it. And I think that's what I dig about it.
I love that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for me, I was a naughty graffiti boy. So,
Look at his arms. Look at those tats, little naughty graffiti boy.
yeah, more vandalism back in the day than appreciating art.
Art is art.
And yeah, I think, you know, where cause
Do not condone vandalism.
yes.
No, yeah,
neither do I.
Before I get called out, you just condoned it.
Yeah, I think for me, it's really rad to see the evolution of an artist who was a graffiti artist purely for vandalism,
Wow.
whose tag was cause, and who developed this little character at the end of his tag, which was the skull and crossbones, which you now see
Yeah.
in his character today.
Sure.
And later going on and illustrating for Disney and bringing those elements in and, you know, turning it into collectibles and
It's amazing.
exhibitions. And yeah, I think just the way he expresses himself is that graffiti element is still there, but it's done in such a nice way. But I think also the kind of like street art movement also, I wouldn't say forced him to go in a certain direction, but street art and graffiti are not the same thing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
graffiti artists hated street artists, and street artists hated graffiti artists. And I think he's just like the perfect balance of both.
Yeah.
He found that like balance, because if you look at some of his like modern pieces, he still tags. There's still lettering.
Yeah. He
In
still
there,
stays true to.
Yeah. So I think it's So yeah,
Perfect balance.
this wall is a tribute. It was done by Bushy Wop, who's a good friend of ours, amazing artist. And
Super talent. He nailed this in one go. He got one
Man.
brief
Yeah.
and got it in
we
one
briefed
go.
them, obviously, everything in here. Well, all the color palette,
Yeah.
like,
And it was
fits
so
in.
exciting. We were the first color palettes. Well, we were the first piece
Black and grey.
that he did in this monotone.
Cool.
And that was what was so cool for him to have done, because he had never worked with monotone before.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah, it just fits with everything in the house.
It's.
Yeah.
I think like
sophisticated.
I can put up like shots of it, but I think it's doesn't.
Impossible to capture.
Yeah. It doesn't
Yeah.
adjust. I tried my best,
I've tried as well.
but it's so difficult. There's just so much to it. I mean,
A lot of detail.
and the flow of the detail, I think, is what really tells it so well to me. It's almost one piece, but a lot of different
Yeah.
pieces. Like you can sit in that wall and like 2 meters down, and you're looking at something completely
Yeah.
different. And I think like this wall comes alive. This area of your house comes alive because I see you guys in it.
yeah.
I do too. I mean, I see this as Ryan and I. Maybe when I'm a bit drunk. You know, Ryan and I on a sad
We
day.
didn't drink anymore.
No. But
Tired.
DJ
From-
Dex.
Tired from working.
Yeah.
Tired
Because
from
of the day of work.
From all that admin.
But
There are. We are in this. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
There's DJ Dex. There's every toy
We
that
wanted-
we love.
Yeah, there was a lot more that we actually put in the brief originally, and then I think I actually said let's like pull some stuff out because we wanted to keep it looking like quite minimal, and we didn't want it to feel like a graffiti piece in the house.
Yeah.
Like, because we started looking for a lot of references, and it was like,
does Coles actually know about this? Do you think he's ever seen
Yes,
it?
he's in it.
For real?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Did he say anything about it?
No, he just liked it.
yeah, it was
he,
weird.
just, he just liked the post.
That's insane. I mean, that's up there in the. I
That's
mean,
amazing.
just seeing it, that's crazy.
But the cool thing is, like, even with my Rishi.Love art, the artist that is it an illustrator or an artist, graphic designer that does my
Illustrate.
my illustration.
Robin.
Yeah, his name's Robin. Really talented dude, and he always kind of like incorporates something Cause or Louis or whatever
Into
within
it.
my artwork, and Cause like those as well.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's
Man's watching you. But I mean, rightfully so. I think like in terms.
well, he is tagged, to be fair.
Yeah, as you like it.
Yeah.
This is all you like it. But like in terms of like, I think in terms of collectors and in terms of like, you know, the specific artwork, I think you guys have quite a bit of it, and it's admirable. You know, I've fallen in love with the art because of seeing it. How you guys actually curate it and specific pieces. I mean,
Oh, thanks.
I can see that it's not just one piece. I mean, you guys buy them in threes.
Yeah.
You know, you look at buying the entire capsules on the
Yes, yeah.
So you guys are so like sold out.
Curated.
Curated, yeah.
Yeah. We tried.
I love
Yeah,
it.
we try.
I love it. So it inspires me, and I think that's what art does, right? It inspires.
Definitely, yeah.
And what we wear does the same thing. So I think just for the sake
Yeah.
of the video, we just do a quick fit check.
Yeah.
I know people normally start with a fit check, but I think we'll bring it to near the end. Let's talk about what we're wearing.
Yes.
I
Who
think-
you starting with? You
I'll start. Nothing too crazy.
What are you talking about?
Nothing too crazy.
Fire.
I'm actually here to wrap people up the wrong way. I've got Adidas Adidas
But
Tion.
the quality is
This is good.
amazing.
So to give you guys some context, this Ryan actually put on my body. I love it as well. I'm probably just not gonna take it off. I'm just gonna,
Sleep in it.
just gonna,
Sleep in
just gonna walk out with it.
Bath
That's
in
yours.
it.
What are you talking about?
Hey man, that's
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
do
it's
this. They do this. They do this.
It's right.
Well, what I'm doing is I'm wearing a little bit of I'm wearing Jordan 1s with Adidas. So for those who are bothered by it,
It's fun.
that's on you.
Fine.
And
Everyone's doing it now.
I'm just wearing cargo. It's from factory.
No, it's a right.
Cargo.
Very nice.
Factory actually does it really nice.
Fits nicely.
It's exactly it. Factory really does good cargos.
Mm.
Cost wise, really good. Materials
Yeah.
is really, really good. And fit. I think that's the biggest thing I
Yeah.
was struggling. A lot of these cargos are so like tapered and tight, and I wanted loose.
That nice.
Pants are tough, eh?
Pants are real tough.
I'm a big pants fan.
Tell
and
us
let
about
me
your
tell you,
pants though,
it's
because the
difficult.
pants you're currently wearing though.
No, we
is-
still finish with yours.
I think I'm mostly done here. And then some
Feet.
some court purps.
They're beautiful. And what you did with the laces, those are custom laces.
This actually came with a base. So this so
Oh, is it?
and like I'll reveal it in the next video. I'm doing some work with a guy named Dear Steven. He's an illustrator and his work's amazing. And you know, we got into conversation and I'll reveal all of that a little bit later. But this pair came about through getting him a pair of Jordans. And I ended up, you know, they're just part and parcel. I was like, oh, you know what? Let's just chuck them on feet.
Bundle deal.
And I actually love them, man. Like I didn't.
No, they
I
look
didn't-
rad. They suit you.
Oh, thanks, man. I didn't
Those
know what I could.
cargos.
Yeah,
Fit.
looks rad.
Who would have thought purple shoes and camo cargos?
Works.
They work.
100%.
Camo goes with everything.
Everything.
Camo does go with everything.
I feel like camo pants are a staple.
They are, yeah. I actually want more. I do want more.
I think
more
a
camo.
good staple, good pair of jeans, staple.
Mm.
Good black pants, staple. Good cargos, staple. Good rain jacket, staple.
Very true.
Good denim jacket, staple.
Very true.
And a hoodie. That's not even a trend. That's a staple.
It has to be. No, this is life.
Hoodies.
You guys know me.
I love a good crew neck too, eh?
The one you wear,
Love.
the one you currently wear,
Beautiful. This is from Palace's latest drop.
so
It's like toweling. The trifle at the back, it's like pink toweling.
so good.
The peas
Again,
toweling.
I would like to disclaimer this. Video does not do this.
Yeah, this
Just
piece is
this.
beautiful.
Yeah.
No,
It's
it's
really
really
You
beautiful.
see this in person.
And I just love the color combo. You know, it's just so good.
I was telling Sharee before we sat down, I'm like, purple and pink does it justice. It looks really
Yeah.
good.
No, I love this color combo is just so good. And what I love about Palace again, but it's the
They weren't
quality.
lying when they said that they bring in what they like. This is truth.
The quality is just, we have Palace t-shirts, hoodies, pants, everything. I'm talking like over a decade, nearly 2
And still good.
decades. Not nearly 2 decades, it's a bit extreme. But like
But
a
it's been
decade.
around for that.
Yeah, no, sorry, I'm being a bit
Before they
extreme.
were here, we had
Yeah,
them.
before. Sorry, I'm exaggerating.
That's how ahead of the game we are.
Okay, no, but point being, since the beginning, their qualities, we still have those pieces, and the quality is just, it's the exact same.
Yeah.
You see some of the hoodies, it doesn't,
Holds.
it doesn't fade, it
Doesn't
just
distort,
it doesn't
lose its
distort.
shape.
doesn't lose shape, it washes well, it wears well.
Yeah.
So that's also what I love about Palace. Apart from the creativity, the fit,
To what you get.
You're gonna,
it's the quality.
Yeah.
you're gonna tell us about the rest of your
Yeah. She just at this crew, which I don't blame her. But the
Love
pants,
it.
I'm like, if I had to say on Sharee's outfit, like the pants is the one for me. I think.
Is it?
Yeah, I love that. The fit.
Mine is the crew neck, eh?
It's the
So
best.
I want to shout out this bracelet.
very
This is Alice Skewis jewelry. Very, very cool bracelet. She gets very cool vintage jewelry and very cool. Check that website out. And then my pants are Gucci pants. I feel weird saying
Speed pants.
Gucci gang, 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 Gucci gang.
I get shy. Yeah, I don't know what shoes these are. What are they?
I was looking at them a little bit earlier as well. So I was just
I
trying to
think
figure out.
they're 97s.
I think so.
They're 97s.
They are.
I'm not
They
that
are.
good with the
They,
bubble.
you know what they give me? They give me that. What's that? That Adidas silhouette, the Sean Witherspoon.
Yeah.
Oh
They
yeah,
give me
yeah.
that vibe.
See,
Yeah.
this is where people would think I'm not a sneakerhead. But I don't consider myself a sneakerhead. Can I tell you guys? I buy what I like. If I don't know the
That's a
name,
sneakerhead.
I don't give a shit.
That's-
It's like this. I don't know the name
I
of
like
the
it
shoe.
though.
All I know is it's a banging pair of fucking shoes.
is true.
Sorry, but you know what I'm
is true.
saying. But
This is
I
true.
think it's a 97 or 98.
Yeah.
I'll do some research
There's
on
no
it.
such thing as a 99, right?
Maybe a jet ahead of the game. Unreleased players. We're here for
100, you know.
1,000,
But it's
2,000.
a good pair. The colorway is just, it's
That's
so
nice.
me. It's so colorful. It's fun.
The fit is.
Thank
Plays on the
you.
pinks.
Thank you.
Banging.
But I told her,
Banging.
I told her a little bit earlier that that bracelet she's wearing gives me like Virgil vibes. Gives
Yeah,
me
yeah.
paperclip,
Yeah, the paperclip. Yeah,
paperclip vibes. I love it.
really nice.
Some really nice pieces.
And the ring is also from there. She just has such cool stuff, like real vintage, like necklaces, earrings, bracelets, rings. It's
Some of
Check
it
it
on the red carpet now as
some,
well.
it's just on the yeah. Some of her pieces were just on loan for the Oscars.
That's crazy.
Oscars.
Oscars.
Sorry, I don't know.
So she may be a little bit confused because we were practicing accents.
We were.
Practicing
I
accents.
was
action.
trying and
Don't try, don't try.
failing. Okay, let's move on to rights before I make an idiot of myself.
Yeah.
I wanna bring up fitters because myself and Ryan, we have a connection through fitters. I love fitters. He loves fitters, and we both have
Yeah.
beautiful hair,
Yeah.
wind ready.
Yeah,
hair. We actually spoke about this is for the homies out there that are balding and are ashamed to show your head. You shave it and you live your life.
Yeah.
I
Embrace
agree.
it.
Embrace it.
Don't be that dude that is trying to do a Donald Trump comb over
Shame.
Shave it.
fade in your hair. Because that was me, dude.
Touche.
Yeah, I was that guy. I saw it thinning in the front and I was trying to cut my hair
Angles,
like
those
skin
like-
fade with like leaving it longer on top. And I like looked at myself in the mirror one day and I was like, no, I'm not gonna look, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
But it wasn't what my hair once was.
Yeah.
And I could see it was changing.
You were
and I was
living
like,
like holding on to that.
yeah, and I was like, I don't want to be this guy who looks
Yeah.
just shave your head.
Just shave it.
And
That's
wear
the model for you.
wear fitteds. New
Shave it and wait for the you can buy it from Ryan. Yeah, he's packing. I don't know. I can just help if you really want them. But I mean, for the start, let's start from the end. We've been starting in different.
Yeah,
episodes.
This is the rad cap.
That is a red
All
cap though.
Palace. Yeah, this is
I
from
love this fit.
their newer drop. Yeah, so this is a low pro new era.
Nice embroidery.
Palace Elton John T. Palace zip cargos.
Oh, they good.
which we
Those
are,
are launching soon.
we are going to be dropping these soon.
Dropping.
And hey,
So if I do
Launching.
say shoe of the, I'd say Ryan gets shoe of the. I love.
Oh, 100%.
yeah, the Reebok Palace Club C Mid 2.
They're beautiful.
So
The
Really,
laces.
really rad pair.
So good.
The laces are
Such
my
a
favorite.
classic shoe, and they've just added. It's not
enough.
overdone.
Just enough.
There's just enough, and yeah, such a classic shoe, and like this is what I'm going after. Like,
The
Like-
staple outfit.
yeah, just nice collabs.
Yeah.
just like quality shoes and like classic things. You know, like
But Ryan, you've been a sneaker though.
Oh, yeah.
You've been that guy.
for a while.
You can see the walk-in closet.
We won't show
Oh,
you
you've seen
yet. We won't show you yet.
For a while, but yeah, I think I'm at that point now where like you can get so caught up in like the hype and what's dropping, and you feel the need, you know, sometimes in the sneaker community to get every release. And I was like that at one point. I was buying every single shoe.
You get your hands on.
Yeah,
Must have.
just because, you know, other guys are talking about it, they're all hyped about it. And yeah, I got caught up in that for a while. And I
think
realized,
everyone does.
yeah, I think we all do.
You go through that cycle and then
Yeah, especially when
you
you're in
find it
these,
to like as well.
yeah, when you're in these groups, and,
Yeah.
you know, so I was like also sitting on pairs that were just sitting in my cupboard and I wasn't wearing.
Yeah.
I was like, why?
I
You
don't
know?
have this.
Yeah, so for me now, it's like, I'm just trying to buy, I wouldn't say I'm trying to be different intentionally. I'm just trying to like buy the stuff that I genuinely like.
Yeah. Buy the stuff that you would wear.
Yeah, yeah.
And to wear.
Yeah.
Really get it in your
Yeah.
feet.
Yeah.
And look, I still have those moments, like those Air Max corduroys that dropped now the other day.
Did you-
I stayed at them for such a long time.
Oh, did you?
I liked it, but I was like, I like the fabric and I like the idea and
Colour's
the concept, but the color just
It's too much.
It doesn't do it for me. Like, it's not a nice shoe. Like, it's a nice shoe.
Some mature sneaker talk right there.
Yeah, I guess so. It's just I wouldn't say that I'm not into the hype, because don't get me wrong, there are pairs that I see and I'm like, oh, I need those.
Yeah.
And like the Action Bronson New Balances,
That doesn't mean that you're into it
getting
because
them
of the hype.
definitely getting them.
Yeah, it's a beautiful pair.
That shoe is very you though.
Definitely.
Like I think there was a shoe that I would say is you.
You're right.
100% dude.
I've looked at it and I'm like, it will become me. I don't feel like it's. I like the look of it and I want to have it.
I feel like
in my
those
collection.
those things on foot with the shorts with you. Oh, dude, I think you bang those shoes.
You're right.
Yes,
But he suits any shoe.
he does.
No, that's not
Yeah,
true.
he shoots.
He does, yeah.
Shoots every. Sorry.
But I shoot my shoes. That's it.
Shoot him. Shoot him. Oh, okay.
Ah,
Oh.
yeah. No, you suit every single.
We don't.
There's not one pair of shoe. Okay, no, there is one pair. I didn't dig.
Tell me.
The New Balance that.
Oh, the 550s.
Oh,
Don't
no.
do that.
I'm so sad about the 550s. They were hopeful. Like, okay, for me, and
It's like you want to like them.
I want to, but I just can't. So, like, for me,
The side of the shoe is beautiful.
But
the
the-
front, the toe box,
the
or whatever.
toe isn't nice, but like strangely, I enjoy them a little bit. I don't know why, but anyways, I loved Adidas. I loved off Adidas. Adidas was everything to me. Yeezy's going crazy. I loved it. And years later, like we're talking about how you refine, I love Jordan 1s. People don't
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
there's a lot of like, you know, a lot of people are, but I just love how simple it is and like how flat it is. And I got a thin foot style and I like how like a cargo drapes over it. And
Yeah.
how I'm a low
rock it,
guy,
yeah.
but like private personally, lows before everything. And I just,
Because you're about to say lows people are this.
I know, I feel that well. Like, wow, I've never heard that. It was the first time for everything.
Our minds are corrupted.
Oh yeah, it's late in the day, and we at this point. But I do love the Jordan 1. I'm a big fan. Landed one of my grails.
Yeah.
Still on its way. It's what
That's exciting.
very exciting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do some stuff for that one as well. And I mean, it's that, like Ryan said, it's even though like you're away from certain places, that chasing, it's that sensation of like, again, it comes down to the artist in you. You know,
It's just
100%.
again, nothing's approved, dude.
Nothing to
Nothing to prove.
None of us have anything to
Buy the shit that you like.
Exactly.
And that's it.
yeah.
And I think like for instance, when I look at my own shoe collection, my sneaker collection, like there's a lot of shoes there that I don't even know the names of. That, to be honest with you, just in case, yeah. But I've always just like worn what I've loved, but I'm drawn to colorways.
Yeah.
Maybe
So
that's
if
just
I see a good colorway, I'm like, I don't care what that shoe is. If it's
I
going to
want that.
suit me, I want that, you know.
But maybe it's also because you haven't been like that corrupted so much by
Yeah.
the sneaker world and like
You find like
being in the
ladies,
groups and like
ladies are more prone to not be that. Like Candace as well, she just likes a shoe for the shoe. Like
the shoe, yeah.
like she'll have a New Balance. I'm like, ew.
Yeah.
But then in actual fact, it's like I'm seeing it from her like that's not a hype
Hype shoe, yeah.
But she's like, I actually just like the shoe. That's I want it.
Yeah.
So that's actually very interesting. Fun topic there.
But women get corrupted with other things, you know. So maybe not the sneaker culture, but definitely other things.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. I think it just depends, you know.
Yeah.
Women
Where are you being pulled into?
Yeah. But then again, I've seen a lot of women that do get corrupted, you know, in the sneaker game. That I think just buy a whole bunch of shit. And I'm like not trying, I mean, I'm not one to judge, but that just buy a whole bunch of shit that is not great. That doesn't even suit any chick's kind of
Fine.
silhouette, you know, and body and
just-
figure.
Yeah.
For the sake of
Just
Buying it.
like looking relevant.
exactly. And I think that's the problem.
I think you said something the other days. Don't go broke for the culture.
Don't go broke trying to look relevant. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
But I want to talk about you guys. You talk about buying stuff. We spoke about some nice pieces you guys just picked up. Maybe just what is your latest pickup? I don't know. We have a couple of pairs here. But the shoes will not be on the table.
Yeah, look, guys, it's bad luck to put shoes on a table.
They will
Like
not be on the
very
table.
bad luck. And we don't want bad luck. Okay, so these are the Palace, Adidas, Lucas,
Puig.
Puig. Sorry, Lucas, but Puig. Fuck. Sorry. I love this shoe. I know Sambas are really in right now, so this would be seen as like a hype pair. But this is a hype pair that I really do love. I think it's super comfortable. It matches with so much. I love the trifug at the back. I love the trifug on what do you call this thing? Yeah. I just think it's such a rad shoe. So that's
You know what I
that's
actually
my
think
latest.
about it. I actually saw it now. I really like how the call the midsole, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What they've done at the back to like have this snake finish.
To
Yeah.
incorporate it
I really like
from
that.
the undersole.
It's
I mean,
yeah.
really
like-
cool.
It's super dope.
Such a
This
nice
is-
little touch.
I would say this is my shoe of
The quarter.
the quarter.
I was like, shoe of the year. I'm like,
I would
Yeah.
say this is my shoe of, let's say,
You've worn them quite a bit since you got
6
them.
months back.
have you worn these?
I have worn these a
You
lot.
she floats when she walks. Like the details at the bottom is
It
super
is.
nice.
No, it's,
Yes.
it's a rad shoe. Like,
Oh,
mean,
wow.
again,
Brand with the 3 stripes in the
and check the inner
Oh,
sole.
wow.
It's rad.
again a
Nice.
pair that I think like, and I think that's what we were talking about Palace a little bit earlier. Like you just see
Detail.
see a samba, but when you pick this thing up, like I mean the details, all those little things.
And also
I
at
like
the
this.
bottom of the shoe.
Yeah,
Detail
I was just
in
looking at like right now. Super dope. Ryan, you got a similar pair as well?
Yeah, I got the exact same pair, just in the olive color.
Also a very nice orange.
Yeah.
You've worn them a lot too.
Yeah, I've worn these quite a bit since I've picked them up. As you can see, there's some dirt on there. I will clean that. I'll clean that. I'm not one of those
And these
guys.
shoes, guys.
I'll wear my
He's
shoes.
got a pair of Yeezys that got ruined once. And this is Yeezy, the Wave Runners, and
Oh, yeah.
they're outside sleepers now. But he wears his shoes, and I admire that. And it makes me also go like, don't be so
Really.
fragile. and
What's
stuff.
the point? The sole is gonna crack.
Yeah.
and
This thing is
Disintegrate.
gonna fall apart. It's
Eventually it will.
leather, suede, glue, and plastic.
It will fall apart.
It will fall apart. So if you don't wear them and enjoy them, they're gonna
Waste
fall
it.
apart anyway.
That's like
Seamus.
never getting to like live its purpose out.
Yeah, for sure.
So imagine that shoe just wants to be worn and walked in, and you never
Yeah.
do it. You
Yeah.
stare
And
at
then
it.
the day you decide to put it on, the sole just falls off.
Sadness. This pair though,
This is
So
beautiful.
another recent pickup.
the colors
990,
stands for me.
made in the USA. I will be honest, and I won't try and be like everyone else out there who's been trying to act like they've been into New Balance for years, because I'm seeing it a lot out there.
I've been loving them from the beginning.
Yeah, no,
I know a couple of homies that have been though. I do know.
No, I do.
Some
I do.
OG guys.
I do too. Some OG guys that have been. Me, honestly, I've had pairs of New Balance back in the day, but not the lifestyle pairs. More from a workout like gym shoe.
Same.
They've
I've always
I said it
enjoyed.
comfortable.
I've always enjoyed them from that aspect.
It's a V2, eh?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it is a V2.
Yeah, it is a V2. Yeah, I mean, back in the day, Access Park, I mean, New Balance.
I remember that.
If you went into the New Balance factory store there, you would find like made in UK, made in USA pairs.
Yeah.
I wasn't interested in New Balance. I went to the New Balance outlet to go buy workout shoes.
I think a lot of people did. I
Yeah.
mean, I saw
I mean,
my
like-
cousins and them
Yeah,
wearing it.
I would always go and look, and I'd always see like crazy materials. I remember just great materials, and you could see it was quality shoes, but I think it was something always about the kind of silhouettes that just didn't, at that time, I wasn't drawn to them.
Yeah.
But I would say a little, like, more recently, I'm like drawn to very specific pairs.
I think it's true when they say it's a dad shoe. So not that you're a dad, but I think generally as you grow older, you maybe do gravitate towards a style that you're fully unaware of. You know, like subconsciously.
They've designed it so well.
But when you get to a certain age, you just magically
It's
just
like,
love
okay,
them.
this is what I like.
This is who I am. Throws everything else away.
You know, so
But yeah, New Balance is an interesting brand, and like they've been doing really cool collabs, and yeah, I'm getting into it. Like I said, I need that Bronson pair.
it's a good pair.
And
good
that pair's
colorway.
gonna rock at you, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. But like I said, I'm not into every New Balance. There's certain silhouettes.
The
This
Joe
is-
Fresh ones were
This
good.
is one of my favorite ones. I would like.
Yeah.
There's a Teddy Santis pair.
Yes.
but it's the blue and white pair.
I haven't
Have you
seen that one.
Ah, it gives me like the Travis Scott colorway, the high Jordan 1 colorway, but on a V2. Oh,
I've never seen that.
and it's like good leathers and it's not really suede.
Yeah.
Like I've got enough suede because I got the 990 V330 Santas and I got the 2002 R Soleil Bembury and I got they're all suede.
I want the Soleil Bembury of these.
Oh, the sand. What's it?
Yes,
the sand.
midnight.
It was so expensive.
I know.
Like I was like, wow, when I
It's
saw
like
the price.
$7,000.
Crazy.
Really?
I actually
Yeah, that was
wanted to buy them the other day, and New Balance didn't have my size, and no one.
Were they sitting in New Balance?
There's still pairs sitting now.
Don't
not
even
in-
lie.
Yeah, not my size.
Man.
That's why I actually went for these. Because they didn't have the Soleil Bemburys.
Oh yeah, they had the 9.5. It was a half the size smaller.
That's good.
You are a
10.
10.
UK 10.
Yeah, and I know, but squeeze those they tighten
and a
they
half.
tighten the feet.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
tighten
I'm
the
quite
feet.
tight. Yeah, tight.
Especially the V2s, the toe box is flat. So
The
you-
990s are like quite big, I find.
Yeah.
I could probably get away with a 9.5 in a 990.
the V3s are probably one of the most comfortable shoes
Yeah.
I've ever had in my feet.
Oh, really?
Oh, they are so good. Like comfort and support. I think they've managed to like bring this middle ground. Like I mean, a Yeezy 350, I would say, is like comfort, but I don't feel stable in a 350.
No. Yeah, there's something weird about a 350.
The V2s, I think, did it a little bit better because they got like that surface area thing
Yeah,
going.
that little.
So you don't feel like you just
Wobbly.
In high school, I used to be grasshoppers, and then it's
Oh, yeah. those-
but you're like a wop wop.
Yeah, yeah.
For those who know, that ankle just is the ground.
Yeah.
Sit up, and
You
then
could play good soccer in grasshoppers.
You
though,
could,
eh?
you could.
You can break an ankle in grasshoppers.
Yeah, I know, but you could kick that ball. I don't know, in grasshoppers, you just kick
you
different.
can, yeah. It's again, fashion does things to you.
Exactly.
It's amazing.
Guys, I think we're gonna come to the end of this.
Yeah.
If
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you for having
So
us.
much
Twice.
Yeah, thank you.
Twice.
We laughed a lot. It was like,
That's good.
We
so
did.
much
We
fun.
did. But I thank you guys again for just, doing what you're doing. I don't think anyone thanks someone for, wanting to better their lives, but like being an
you.
inspiration, being someone that can like gives advice and like allows me to create this moment. This is something that you guys welcomed with open arms. And you're letting
Open
out
to things.
pieces of yourself for myself and other people, and I think that does a lot. So I thank you. But just from you guys to and I said at the beginning before we started, I said, if we don't inspire somebody to chase what they truly like love, then what are we actually doing? You know? And I know you guys agree with that. So from each of you, like what do you say to that one person who's really just pushing to chase their dream or trying to achieve what their heart's desire is?
I think it sounds cheesy, but it's really just don't give up. And I think in today's world, don't listen to the peer pressure. Don't listen to other people that bring you down. I think there's a lot of jealousy in the world right now. I think there's a lot of I think there's a lot of disingenuine friendships and things like that, even when you think it's from genuine people. And I think what's important is to be true to yourself and to never let other people influence who you are and what you believe in and what you stand for. And I think that's important. And I think once you find yourself and your own identity and what you truly want to do for yourself, for a living, then there's no stopping you.
Sure.
That's
I love
that's
it.
my
I
opinion.
resonate.
Yeah.
For me, I would say 1% every day is better than no percent.
Wow.
That's true.
Wow.
That's 100% true.
Yeah.
Or 1%.
So even if you, even if you find yourself in a job that you don't really like and it's not really where you want to be in life,
Yeah.
all that extra time that you have, work on the thing that you see yourself doing.
Work on what you love.
Every spare moment that you find, work on that thing and start planning your escape and get out of there.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I did, like I wasn't happy in a corporate environment and
Wasn't good for you either.
no, it wasn't, and
I met you at the end of that, and I think I saw the transition, and it's amazing.
yeah, man, I was stressed and, like
I think everyone in a corporate environment.
I'm not saying that I don't thrive in a corporate environment. I'm very capable of doing it.
Definitely.
It's just depends on which corporate environment and which company and what the culture is like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, I found myself very burnt out, and then also trying to do my stuff. And yeah, I went through a phase where I was like, okay, cool. I need to just actually take some time off, figure some things out, and get back to it. And yeah, like I said, 1% every day. You know, I had to start somewhere, and through word of mouth, and you know, like with my marketing business and all of that. That's kind of how that grew.
Yeah.
And just
Just
try and be the best at what you're good at. You know.
I think that's what,
Like-
like being in a corporate company. I think if you are true to yourself from the get-go and you know who you are,
Yeah.
I think then that'll either make or break you in a corporate environment. And I think because Ryan is he knows who he is and he's so true to himself that being in a specific corporate environment,
Yeah, you have to be a shapeshifter and a chameleon to
and
survive.
that's not easy to do.
Stuff.
If you're someone that's so true to yourself and you
would
sure of
everybody
who
else
you
know.
are,
Yeah.
it's not even just about rubbing everybody
Yeah,
the wrong
no one
way.
likes
It's
me.
just you. No, but it's just
No, people did like me.
yeah, they did. I think it's difficult to keep that facade up
Yeah.
for so long.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I meant by when
Play
I
cat
said
and
that.
mouse
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah.
I think that's what I meant by when I said it wasn't good for him, was because he would have to put up this facade and, you know, people please and do all these things firstly for another person's company, and secondly, it didn't bring him joy.
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah.
that's what a very wise person said to me the other day. We had this chat on last week Friday actually, and he just said to me, he said, you have to wake up with a purpose. You have to be driven for something. You can't only be money driven.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's
Money comes.
money
Yeah.
comes. But
Money
if
comes.
if you bring your purpose in and you find joy in what you do,
Yeah.
you sorted.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the only way you're gonna wake up in the morning.
100%.
I know some mornings where like I know the next day is like a little bit of like a chill day and there's not too much. I find myself oversleeping. But if I the night before go,
Plan.
this is what I need to do tomorrow.
That's true.
My brain's already like I'm awake at like 4 o'clock going like, okay, I want to do stuff now.
With some
Yeah,
purpose.
because I've got purpose in mind, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah,
That's important. Purpose is
very-
definitely
yeah.
important. Yeah.
I love that. And again, I resonate with both of you guys are saying as well. And I think from my side is, you know, maybe just don't be scared to make mistakes.
Definitely.
Also that.
You know, I think
100%.
I got asked the other day, like posted a picture and a close friend of mine asked like, how don't you want to teach me how to take pictures? And my answer was pick up a camera and take pictures, you know? And he was like, yeah, but it's not as easy for everyone. I'm like, yeah, but it wasn't as easy for me as well.
Yeah.
But
You got to start somewhere.
you got to start, you know, and
And making mistakes. So any way you learn.
yeah. And a close friend of mine he's actually a barber, and I could relate to him. I told him like, so how would you think your first haircut was?
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, it was complete rubbish. I'm like, and what do you think about your ability to cut hair now? He's like, it's a little bit above rubbish. I'm like, so what is the difference between then and now?
Yeah.
He's like, I cut some people's hair. So
Yeah.
the same thing, like everything you do, I believe, you just do it.
Practice.
Just
Exactly that.
keep, you know, muscle memory and just keep rolling through things.
At 1%.
Yeah, 1%.
Every day.
1%.
1%.
Just keep going. Just keep going. I think everything we said actually ties on.
Yeah, it all ties into each other. I saw this interesting thing to go back to the 1%. If a plane taking off at a specific airport changes its direction just by 1%, you'll end up in a completely different destination.
Just
to what
one-
was
just
just
1%.
one degree. Sorry, not 1%, 1 degree.
Yeah.
1 degree, it will end up in completely different part of the world. So that's, you know,
Yeah.
the perspective of it is like a lot can happen, just give it time.
Yeah.
One step at a time.
Be patient.
But guys, with that being said,
Thanks so much.
Thank you so much.
It was so much fun.
that was good.
You did everything.
You're accommodated.
Yeah. You did
Yeah.
everything.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for listening to us talk, everyone.
Yeah. Hope you guys enjoy it.
Yeah.
There will be some more. Stay tuned. Love you guys.